I am a comedian and a comedy writer, and you may be asking yourself, a comedian and a comedy writer talking about mental health, suicide, depression, how does that work? Well, I think I'm a good choice, a couple of reasons. Number one, I believe where there's humor, there's hope. Where there's laughter, there's life, that nobody dies laughing. And number two, depression and suicide run in my family. You may not have heard of this. It's called generational depression and suicide. My grandmother Dixie, that's my mother Dixie in her lap, died by suicide. My mother found her. My great aunt, who's sitting next to the gentleman with the white beard, died by suicide. My mother and I found her. I was 4 years old. And I myself have come awfully close to dying by suicide. This is the face that I show the world every day. Walk through the world as if nothing is wrong. I have two mental illnesses. One is called major depressive disorder. It's more commonly known as depression. And I have a less common mental illness called chronic suicidality. What that means is, for people like me and my tribe, the option of suicide is always on the menu. A couple of years ago, my car broke down. I had three thoughts unbidden. One, I'd get it fixed. Two, I could buy a new one. Three, or I could just kill myself. I know, doesn't that sound absurd? But that thought actually pops into my head. I'm married, I'm miserable. I'm selling insurance, I'm miserable. I'm not pursuing the career that I thought I was born to, comedy, and miserable. People all the time ask me, were you born funny? Yes, as a matter of fact, an amusing thing happened on the way down the birth canal. That is the career I believe I was born to, and I was not pursuing it, and I was depressed, and I was having thoughts of suicide. If I don't change my mind, I'm gonna lose my life. If I stay where I am, sooner rather than later, I'm gonna kill myself. It just bubbles up as an option all the time. I do believe, however, that mental illness is the flip side of my mental ableness. My vivid imagination, creativity, my sense of humor, which has allowed me to make a living as a stand-up comedian and professional speaker for the last 33 years. 2,629 nights in a row, non-stop. Comedy club to comedy club, hotel to hotel, worked with some amazing people. What dream would you pursue if you knew for a fact that you had absolutely nothing to lose? What audacious thing would you attempt if you knew by not attempting it, you would literally die? And if that is the case, why don't we treat the mental illness, the symptoms and so forth, with therapy and medication, and then work to embrace, enhance, utilize, and celebrate the mental ableness? It's a combination that non-depressed people generally do not possess. Every year in this country, 24,000 college students attempt suicide. That stadium holds 24,000 people. 1,100 in their lives. That's 3 a day, every day. 2 out of 10 people who are having thoughts of suicide are bound to determine we can't save everybody, they're gonna die. The good news is 8 out of 10 people who are contemplating suicide, you can do something about that. You can make a difference. You can save a life, and you can do it by doing something as simple as what we're doing right here, and that's starting a conversation.
Hey Frank, I didn't tell you that you were the reason I decided to stick around. There you were, putting a face to what I was feeling. I no longer felt alone and unseen. It was your Facebook post on suicide. I felt hopeful for the first time in 2 years. You gave me the courage to stay and not just survive, but to dream again. Now that I've watched your TED Talk, I know that there are no accidents. We were meant to meet, and I am grateful that you not only saved my life with your post, but you are now my mentor. I bet you didn't know you signed on for that. You have my never-ending respect for the work that you are doing to bring awareness and understanding to our disease. By the way, you made me cry. Big love, and thank you.
It'll take all we got, we gon' make it. Show the world that I shine in our greatness. Keep it real, never gon' fake this. Till we make it, till we make it. Taking off, flying high like a spaceship. Take control, take a shot, what you waiting for? Keep it real, never gon' fake this. Till we make it, till we make it.